Summer is a time when people spend more time out and about enjoying the warm weather, but it's also a time for a troubling trend in our community. News 8's Jenna Traum tells us why traumatic alcohol-related injuries ramp up during the summer.
Carrie, an emergency room physician I talked to, says it's a trend he sees every summer here in La Crosse. The warmer months bring a spike in alcohol-related injuries, and he tells me it's an annual tradition he'd like to see come to an end. As an emergency physician, Ben Wedrow knows accidents happen, but he doesn't consider alcohol-related injuries accidents.
When it comes to alcohol, that's a premeditated thing that's happened. You've decided to go out drinking and you've decided to go out driving.
And in the summer months, he sees the results of more people making those poor decisions. He says Gundersen Health System's emergency room treats a lot more patients suffering from traumatic alcohol-related injuries when the weather warms up.
We know that people do stupid things. People drink and drive. They drink and drive not only in their cars, but on their motorcycles, on their bicycles. Pedestrians are at high risk of being hit when they're drunk as well. When people are outside and it's warm, they can get hurt.
It's not just the emergency physicians who've noticed this summer trend. Ed Kondracki is the former La Crosse police chief. Now he's the chairman of the Changing the Culture of Risky Drinking Behavior Coalition.
In the law enforcement community, we always used to refer to winter and the snows having a calming effect, because by the end of summer, law enforcement has been inundated with arrests and injuries and all the things that go with binge and underage drinking.
But the problem isn't just that people drink and drive more in the summer.
People who drink get into altercations, they get into fights. They fall down just because they fall down. You get people on bicycles who are drunk and have had injuries from falling. You get people who fall off the bluff.
Wedrow's main message? If you want to avoid the emergency room this summer, make sure you enjoy the warm weather responsibly. Wedrow tells me it's not just summer when the emergency room gets especially busy with alcohol-related injuries. He says those injuries ramp up during Oktoberfest, hunting season, and major holidays too. But to be realistic, he tells me every weekend is busy when it comes to alcohol-related injuries.
All right, thanks, Jenna. One big summertime focus for the Changing the Culture of Risky Drinking Behavior Coalition is analyzing what can be done at festivals here in La Crosse to decrease binge drinking.